Let's talk a little bit about during the match. There's more, yeah, during the match. What's happening during the match? First of all, I think you should have a plan for cheating. There's a lot of cheating going on in junior tennis. It's a nightmare. It's been a nightmare for years and years. And it's all going to go away. Maybe not in the next couple years, but certainly in the next decades, it's going away. There's going to be no more cheating in junior tennis, at least with the line calling, because we have new electronic systems, camera systems, computer systems that are becoming cost effective and cost possible for a lot of clubs. And so they are going to eliminate bad line calls. So that's kind of exciting. But in the meantime, in the interim, you need a plan for cheating. So I was joking with some of my students, like, Arthur Ashe was very gentlemanly. He's a gentleman. And if the guy was cheating him, like, he'd give the guy one or two bad calls, and then he'd go up to the net and calmly say, you know what, my friend, I think we should call a line judge for you and I, for both our sakes. Basically send the message to the player like that. So that was like the Arthur Ashe gentleman way. I had an old coach who used to tell me, and I think it's hilarious. I never actually did this, but he used to tell me, if the guy's cheating you, go up to the net the same way Arthur Ashe did, but then pull the guy aside and say, hey, you know what? If you give me another bad line call, I'm going to find you after the match in the parking lot. I'm going to kick your ass. And I had a coach who used to tell me that. And now thinking back, I think it's hilarious. Now that's like the diametrically opposite approach to Arthur Ashe. That's like, okay, vigilante action. It's vigilante dealing with cheaters in the vigilante way, but which obviously is not socially acceptable, and you're probably going to get in a lot of trouble. If not with the law, you're probably getting in a lot of trouble with the USTA or the UTA. You probably get suspended. But in between those two opposites, there's got to be a middle ground. You have to stand up for yourself. You maybe do need to call an umpire. A lot of kids will cheat back. I can't condone that. I don't think it's right, but I understand it because kids and parents are so frustrated with a system that's broken and a system that is basically allowing kids to cheat. Allowing kids to take and steal points and change score and all the shenanigans that are going on. So some kids will actually they'll go that Wild West route. There's no lawman around, and they're just gonna like cheat back, or they'll take a call back, and they'll go up to the net and say, hey, if you keep cheating me, I'm gonna cheat you. Let's just squash this. Let's just start fresh. You don't cheat me anymore, and I won't cheat you, and we'll have a clean match from here. Some people try that approach. So you got like Arthur Ashe gentleman approach. You have like extreme vigilante approach, threatening violence. You have the cheat back approach, where you're going to take the law into your own hands to a certain extent. The Wild West approach, and probably everywhere in between. And you have to decide with your kid, like, what is going to be your plan? What are you going to do? Are you going to be the gentleman or a gentle lady? Are you going to be a vigilante? I mean, if you're crazy, maybe you're going to go the vigilante route, or maybe somewhere in between. Maybe you have, certain situations where you conduct. Some parents will. I've had parents who said, if my kid's getting cheated, I tell them it's okay for them to take a call back if they're trying to level the situation. There's, two wrongs don't make a right, but in this case, special situation, I condone that for my kids. And I've had many parents who say, no way, my kid's never going to cheat ever. We will take the high road, and we'll basically take the Arthur Ashe approach. So, I understand all of those positions. So I'm just going to sit here on my fence and look down on both sides of the fence on that one. But my point is, don't just send your kid into competition without a plan to deal with cheating, because cheating is one of the quickest ways that your kid's going to lose their focus and become distracted and basically flame out of a match. So you can have a great week of practice. your kid goes, does everything right in the pre-match, then gets cheated really badly, and then like is a mental wreck, and like the match is over. So like nobody wants that. So you need to have a plan. How are you going to deal if the guy is manipulative? If the guy's a cheater, how are you going to handle it? What are you going to do as a player? The parent or coach should prepare a kid for that. There should be a plan for that. Like, okay, after the first bad call, I'm going to get the umpire. After the first bad call, I mean, you know the vigilante and Wild West approach, okay? Whatever, make sure you have a plan.